What up, what up? Straight to the pizzle. What's going down? Alright, All-Star game, my thoughts. Hey, y'all be sure to hit that like button, man. Early morning, both walk and run, depending on what you want. Over here, you see the lake. See the lake. All right. So it was All-Star weekend. All-Star weekend, man. And it didn't disappoint. Now, only disappointing part to me was the slam dunk contest. Stephen Green, what's up with it? Make sure you go sub to Stephen Green. Probably lean and mean. Probably over there sipping and lean and mean. I mean, hit that like, man. You know, hit the like and share the video. All right. You said the All-Star game was okay. It was better than okay to me. Matter of fact, three-point shootout. Yeah, three-point shootout definitely was great. I like the competitiveness. It's the three-point contest has been more competitive than the slam dunk contest in the last couple of years. And I like what guys brought to the table. Please hit the like, please. Hit the like and share the video. Hit the like and share the video. Hit the like and share the video. Come on, man. I know I haven't been on in a few days, but come on, man. Show your boy some love or something. Let's get it out there. Okay? Your boy has been super busy. You said All-Star game. You know what, Stephen Green? I don't know about that. I still don't like the format, but I like the competitiveness. But we got to thank Wemby for setting the tone. Everybody that tried to argue me down about Wemby and he's not this and he's not that, now he's bringing his competitiveness in the All-Star game. This guy was heated that they lost the first game, of course, but then lost both games. But he was the one that set the tone. He set the tone for, I was thinking the same way that Ant-Man was. He was exactly right. He set the tone, and Kawhi Leonard, he continued on. The All-Star game is something that like I told people, after the Saturday night festivities, this is how I look at it. Okay, on Saturday night, everybody is looking for mainly the three-point contest and the slam dunk contest. As of the last couple of years, people have been looking for the three-point contest. Now, the last couple of years, they've been looking at one person, which is Matt McClung, which I'll talk about in a minute. Shout out to Two-Raw for putting me on game about something. Go sub to Two-Raw. You said Wemby already. Yeah, he's gonna eventually emerge between him and Ant-Man. SGA. But then they're gonna come with this argument talking about Wemby. Wemby isn't American, so he can't be the face of the league. Carmelo Anthony said that. You said the dunk's not creative. Well, everybody has seen over this time. Everybody has pretty much seen every dunk that you could possibly do, with the exception of these guys that are around the world that are creating dunks on social media, on TikTok and IG and all over social media or whatever. And I think that it's eventually going to come to that. You said the Spurs will the title. Well, you mean they'll get a title? That remains to be seen. We got to see. You know, the Spurs, they're on the right track. Now it's the second half of the season, and we got to see. Now this is when the season really starts, and I have no doubt in my mind that that could potentially happen. Now, you probably couldn't have said that about a season or two ago, because the Timberwolves actually were on lock to actually go some places or whatever, but they pretty much had destroyed that team. I was very disappointed in Alex Rodriguez and you know, while I praised Alex Rodriguez for what he did, I just don't understand that. Hit that like when you're in here. Hit that like when you're in here. K Dizzle, what's up with it, bro? I see you in here, man. What you think of the All-Star game, bro? K Dizzle, you better be up exercising. I know that. Okay? I can't be the only one running, getting these miles in. Okay, you too, Steven. You know, I know K Dizzle is retired. I know Steven, y'all retired and stuff, but man, get y'all asses out, man, and go exercise, bro. You said what you think? Well, it was bound to happen. I haven't really spoke on it that much. I'm talking about the Clippers situation. But it was bound to happen. And right now, the best thing that the Clippers organization can do is try to win and clean house. But other than that, nothing is really going to save them if you know, they're found guilty of this. You said All-Star game was better than anticipated. Yeah, K Dizzle. You see, that's what I was telling Steven. You know, they still competed back, going all the way back to the 80s. I don't know why everybody keeps just bringing up the 90s and 2000s and all that. They still competed out there. And K Dizzle, I know you haven't liked Wemby over the last, since he came into the league, but you see how Wemby has set the tone. Wemby's growth as a player, man, you gotta respect it, K Dizzle. He is head and shoulders already at his age above everybody. This guy is playing defense in the All-Star game. Man, I like that. I know it's an All-Star game, but KG still competed. I know it's an All-Star game, but Kobe still competed. I know it's an All-Star game, but Michael Jordan still competed. I know it's an All-Star game. Dikembe Mutombo, when he was in there, he still competed. Hakeem Olajuwon, he still competed. Kareem, he still competed. You understand what I mean? It's still a competition. And K Dizzle and Stephen Green, you know this, when you were all-stars of your city or respected state, if you made it to the state all-star game back in high school, or if you made it to the college all-star game, man, them guys wasn't out there just having fun. Them guys wanted to win. Spurs can be the number one seed in the playoffs. They got to get past. They got to be past OKC. We got a whole nother half of the season left to go. We got 41 more games to go. Got 41 more games to go. Can they make a push though? That's the big question. And I believe that they can. Wemby, like his competitiveness, his drive, man, y'all should like that. And I don't understand why people, oh man, just relax and have fun. No, he's here to show the world, like this is a new era. If you notice, they weren't really talking about LeBron like that. You said the Sixers can push up to the fourth, but they got to stop losing. K Dizzle and Stephen Green, they got to stop losing. These games that we can actually win. Hell, we just got blown out a couple of games ago, And that's been our problem. Our problem is not getting into the playoffs. It's when we get there and then we get on a big stage, we get stage fright. And I don't see that happening with Maxey, nor do I see that happening with Edgecombe. Sixers should. Well, no, they got to go to the debt. It's already over. The deadline now. They got to go. Now they got to go to the market and free. As far as free agent and stuff, we still got some time to add some people or whatever. But we also got to look. We got to look at the money situation too, because we've actually spent a lot of money. Now I didn't understand the Jared McCain move. I didn't understand that, but it makes sense to them because I like Jared McCain. But he got dealt a bad hand with his injury. I didn't lose faith in him, but maybe if you were gonna get rid of Jared McCain, you would have did your best to try to get rid of Joel Embiid. I know Joel Embiid has played okay as of late, but I still would have got rid of him. Hey, hit that like when you come in here. Hit that like when you come in here. I know we got some people peeking in the bushes, even the haters. It's all good. Love y'all too. But I like the All-Star game. I like the competitiveness. And like I said, you have Wemby to thank. Kawhi, even with all the stuff that's going on, because at first, they weren't going to choose Kawhi. Yeah, we got destroyed by the Knicks. That's what I'm saying. We can't lose games like that. The Knicks are still not to be slept on. Boston, definitely can't sleep on them. You definitely can't sleep on Detroit. And we've lost to those teams. Let's take it back to the beginning of the season. We were losing to all those teams, man. With the exception of Boston, and that was early in the season. Then they ended up getting their get back. Nah, he's not in his prime yet. He's not even in his prime yet. He's not, listen, that's what's scary. He's not even in his prime yet, not unless he's peaking early. But no, Wemby's got do you know how much time Wemby has? He ain't nothing but 20 years old. I think he's 21. 2021. If I'm not mistaken, I think he just turned 21. You're not in your prime until you like 23, 24. Some people peak early. So I got to disagree with you on that, Stephen. But he's still playing well, but he could go up another level. Can you imagine him still doing work with Hakeem, still doing work with Kevin Garnett, still doing work with David Robinson, still doing work with Tim Duncan, still getting advice from Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, who's still living amongst us? Can you imagine him and his growth? You already see the growth in him. He's only going to get better. Like everybody thought that me and the brothers was bullshitting about him. I'm not gonna lie. At first, I didn't. And this is as much as a fan I am of Wemby. At first, I didn't really take him serious. I'm talking about before he stepped foot on the NBA floor. But when I saw Wemby, I want to say it was it was like a summer all-star game or something like that, where he was representing for France or whatever. Then I said, okay, this guy could be for real. And then I saw him in summer league and then in the preseason. All right. You said Edgecombe has stacked his claim that the two at the school became a casualty of war. Yeah, he did. But you know what? It takes time, K Dizzle. You got to think about it, man. When we talking about a ACL tear. He had also had another injury too. He had an injury just before that. So I think what they saw is that, look, we already got a Joel Embiid who can't stay healthy, who is injury prone. So I think they wanted to get up. But I was like, you might as well just go ahead and do what you can to move Joel Embiid, but that was going to be hard because he's such a liability. The difference between him, the difference between McCain and Embiid is the fact that McCain still got youth on the side. Joel Embiid don't have that many years left. But Edgecombe does play with a knack, man, that's at the two guard position that's really missing. Like, you got to have that knack. Jordan, he always set the tone at the two guard. Kobe, he set the tone at the two guard. Clyde Drexler set the tone at the two guard. A guy that they don't talk about, Mitch Richmond. You know what I'm saying? K. Dizzle and Steven. Them guys, they set the tone at the two guard position. Ant-Man, even in this generation, he sets the tone at the two guard position. Is it time for PG to fold the 10 and call it a day? Yep, I've been saying that. Although he has played, he's been productive, but we know with the situation, him being that was. You know what? I don't trust that situation, K. Dizzle and Stephen Green. As much as I want to say that Paul George was wrong for what he did, something's not right about that situation. Just something's not right, and I'm gonna put it to you like that. Honestly, as critical as I've been of PG, I honestly think that he really didn't know. The M in the TMT, yeah, Mitch Richmond, man, he was cold, man, but he was always playing on losing teams up until he got his ring finally with the Lakers. But that wasn't Mitch Richmond. He was a shell of himself by then. But back in the day, Sacramento Kings, man, and nobody was really watching the Sacramento Kings. Now, I watched a little bit of them because that used to be my team. I know it sounds crazy, K. Dizzle and Stephen Green, but that used to be my team on NBA Jams on the arcade when they had Wayman Tisdale. God rest his soul. They had Wayman Tisdale. Seen him in he was at a festival one time. I seen him at a festival. He was playing the saxophone. God rest his soul, though. That was when I was young. And they had Spud Webb, and they had Mitch Richmond. They had Spud Webb on the arcade. I remember that. But yeah, man, like that Paul George situation, it just doesn't seem right to me. And that's why you gotta check what you're taking. Stephen Green and K. Dizzle. When you play sports, your body is the investment. You gotta watch everything that you're putting in your body. You gotta have people. You gotta watch the people around you. You gotta watch what you're drinking. Even when you go into restaurants, I'm pretty sure you know about this, and so do you, Stephen Green. You said there's a lot of funny stuff going on in the NBA. So sick and tired of players in street clothes, low management, everybody. Well, no, they're trying to get rid of that mentality. Listen, I know a lot of brothers within the LDBC. They don't really too much care for Jokic. But I tell you one thing, the reason why I fuck with Jokic is because he's always readily available for games. You don't have to like the fact, it really be his fans. But I like a motherfucker that's gonna show up. Hey, K Dizzle and Stephen Green, when it comes to Ant-Man, you don't have to like Ant-Man off the court, what he done did and shit. But one thing you say about Ant-Man, he gonna show up every goddamn game. He ain't gonna make a whole bunch of excuses about being in street clothes. If you're gonna talk about anybody ready, about to hang it up, K Dizzle, and fold it, shit, you might as well put that on AD. Who your surprise NBA team? Is it true? It was painful. Yeah. Brown Sugar, the lovely Brown Sugar in the building. How you doing, beautiful? Hope you're all right. Now, the ACL, that's just something, man, that destroys a lot of people's career, especially when you talk about, a sport like baseball or basketball. Man, your knees are important. Your ankles, you could kind of get over that, you know what I'm saying? But sometimes you won't be the same, depending on, but, Michael Jordan broke his ankle. He was still able to come back. Yeah, I mean, well, he doesn't want that title to be the face of the league, but he could be. And I don't want to get into it about his image or anything like that. Look, shoot, man, you there to play basketball, really. All that off the court stuff, as long as you ain't did the shit like Karl Malone did, or what's his name, Josh, you know who, over there in Chicago or whatever. You good in my book. If you smoke weed, if you messing around with women, if you drinking a lot, all this other stuff, hell, all of them did that, but did they show up to work? Right? Hoopers are gonna hoop. Ant-Man's a hooper. AD damage good. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I mean, I want to know if you're gonna show up to work, man. Like, K Dizzle, you come on, man. You know where you come from. Brown Sugar too, and Stephen Green. Like, I'm pretty sure y'all played on the team. Those guys on this team, like, damn, why the coach pick him? That motherfucker was out there smoking, drinking, doing everything but practicing, right? But guess what? When he showed up to practice, he was all business. He might have smelled like some weed or smelled like some Black and Miles or whatever. But if you didn't take him serious, he was gonna come through and yoke it on your ass, or cross your ass up and throw a dime, or in the game 7-0 skunk your ass or some shit. And then come into the game, he might have smelled like something that he wasn't supposed to smell like. But you wondered, damn, that motherfucker, by the end of the first quarter, that motherfucker already got 14 and efficient. No turnovers and shit. True the King in the building. Make sure y'all go sub to the brother True the King in this bitch. He ain't the king, man. He the king. My guy, True the King. Hey, I know this motherfucker probably gonna get cocky and shit. One one of the motherfuckers that's gonna bring it to your ass in a debate. He gonna pull out everything. He gonna try to get in his bag. He gonna try to make your ass look silly and shit. But look, you already know I don't play that shit over here. Shout out to True the King. And salute to him for protecting the country. He is a veteran. But, like I said, I don't care what you do outside of the court or outside of the field. Can you come in there and can you be productive? Can you be there? Exactly. That's what I like, True the King. I'm a fan of defense. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't like all that leaving motherfuckers open. Nah, this is still a game. This is still competition. This is still you still got to market your product. People still want to be, we want to be entertained, but people want to be on the edge of their seats, so to speak. And Wemby was responsible for setting the tone. I mean, a few others were. You know, I know y'all want to, Kawhi Leonard, he set the tone. I like the fact that, of course, I know y'all want to, I know why he coming up in here. You want to talk about Jaylen Brown. I mean, but to me, the way that Wemby came out